What do I bring to make sure this hair looks great on a cruise? Let's find out. Okay. So you decided on a cruise, you're excited about going, but then you need to figure out how does this phase into the actual experience? Is it going to make this a worse experience or a better? We all know it makes it better, but how do you maintain this and make sure you're still able to have a great time? So I got a couple of things that I do to make sure that my hair looks great for the cruise, and that way I'm able to actually enjoy myself on the trip. I'm going to go down a list and we'll see if you guys actually like the list too. My first one is, of course, a brush. I know people are like, do you actually brush your hair? There are actual brushes for people with locked hair to actually make it a little bit better. And I like to brush it sometimes to get all the extra things that come in and off the cruise. When you're enjoying your cruise, you kind of, you'll lie on the bed, sit on the couch, you'll sit out on the benches, things of that nature. And this will collect certain things. So it's good to be able to brush and get things out of your hair to make sure that you're good to go. That's always very, very important to me. So I always have this little handy brush that I just kind of scrub through and get all the things that are not necessary for my hair to make sure that I'm good to go. Always make sure that I have that brush so that way I can enjoy the cruise a little bit better. Because if you don't want things stuck in your hair. You don't want someone saying, "Hey, there's something in your hair." Yeah, they do it. So that's what it is. The next thing that I always make sure that I bring is my own shampoo. I know cruise ships provide their own shampoo, but my shampoo is completely all natural. I actually should do a video about the people that actually make my shampoo. It's amazing, smells great. You will love it, and it's all natural. I'll probably see if I can do a video all about that soon because I make sure that's on my cruise because you can only do 3 ounces a bottle. So in my case, I put it in several bottles, or we pack it in the actual big luggage bag, a brand new bottle, and put that in and make sure it's sealed several times over because you know how the airplane will contract and expand and you'll end up having it pop open. So I use my all natural shampoo so that way I can actually really enjoy myself. A little tip within that is if you shampoo your hair, to kind of make sure that you really let ocean water sink in. Sometimes people don't realize this, but if I'm going on a trip and I end up in the water, not talking the pool, I'm talking ocean water. That ocean water actually really helps to maintain and keep your hair really looking nice. A lot of people don't realize that. Fresh, like good ocean waters. There's some ocean waters you want to stay away from, but for the most part, the good ocean water, I let my hair in there. I let it do that, and I actually let it naturally dry. That is incredible. So you'll shampoo your hair maybe the next day after that. In my case, I'll do it sometimes the next day. It's very rare that I'll do it the same day because that I want that to kind of like really go into there. That water really does something to the hair to make it a lot better than what it is. And honestly, it lasts for a much longer time. So that is like a huge recommendation to have the shampoo. But I feel like I just kind of did like two in one. But the ocean water is very good for keeping this hair looking great. The next thing is oil. You need a certain type of oil to actually put in your hair as well. I'll put the oil in once every 3 to 4 days, depending on how active I am. When you're in the pool and you let your hair get wet, or you're in the jacuzzi spa or something like that, and you're letting your hair get wet, there are treatments that you need to do to make sure that your hair still stays good because they put a lot of treatment into those pools and the spas and jacuzzi, things of that nature, and you don't want that to stay in your hair. You definitely want to wash it out. In some cases, I do recommend just to wash your hair just with basic water and not really worry about the shampoo or anything like that. But in some cases, if it's really in there, because I don't know about you guys, but what's my longest? I think 2.5 hours sitting in a jacuzzi, maybe 2, 3 hours in a pool. So it gets wet. I'll have a tip for that coming up in one of my things to make sure I got. You know what? I don't need to go in any particular order. So what I would say is if you are going to be in the pool, if you're going to be in the jacuzzi, try to do your best to put your hair up. So I literally will pull my hair forward and then I will put some type of a hair tie in there, and then when I got the hair tie in there a couple of times in there, then I have it back, and then now my hair is like much, much, much higher. That is very beneficial to me, making sure that this hair doesn't really get wet in that particular type of water, because that water is not really good for your hair. I've never heard anyone say, you know what, my hair feels so much better since I decided to put it in pool water. I don't think I've ever heard that. I don't think I ever will. So get the hair tie, add it to the addition with the putting in the oil on, in addition to the shampoo and the brush, and it's going to make a massive difference of keeping your hair a little bit dry. I know some people actually put things like rubber thing in their hair to like cover their hair up so they can get in the water and go swimming. But I'll be honest, I really don't like the smell of that. And on top of that, it feels like I'm not enjoying myself because my hair feels like it's on punishment. I always like my hair to be out. And when it gets locked in those situations, lock in those situations, it feels like it just is not going to come back to the way I want it to, which causes me to get back into the ocean water anyway. So I would definitely recommend doing it that way, to each his own, because there are certain people whose hair is way longer than mine, and a simple hair tie will not do in that case. So you got to figure out what's best for you in that situation. The last thing is rose water. I spray rose water in my hair every single day. I top, bottom, all around, sides. I make sure that the rose water is in there. I actually do one that actually has a little bit of mint in there. Rose water is very helpful in making sure that my hair stays moisturized the way it needs to, that little bit of moisture to have in there so it's not drying out. Keep in mind, if you're on a cruise ship, you're going to be out in the sun and it's going to dry. And if you don't have the right products in your hair, it'll really, really mess up your hair. I wish I had pictures of what my hair used to look like when I dyed it, had it professionally dyed, and they did kind of a botched job with it. But um, in this case, I would definitely recommend just getting the right type of rose water for you. There are a ton of products out there, and like some of my old videos already said, review, review, review. Because what I would recommend for my hair may not be the same thing for your hair. The products that I say that are good for me may not be the products that are good for you. You got to find the one that works. I go and I see my hairstylist. Other people are like, well, I'm not a fan of that one, but I love that one. Everyone has their own thing to make them comfortable for what they want. Find out what works for you. And for me, these 5 things of you bringing a brush, having shampoo, my own shampoo, not using the cruise ship shampoo. Sorry, cruises, but the what I have, yeah, does not compare. I'm sorry. You guys do a great job, but with this hair, you can't mess around with. And then having the oil, the rose water, and the hair ties, that's just, it seals the deal. So those are my things, are the 5 things that I bring to make sure that my hair looks sparkling, fresh, and good all the time. So I know I'm looking up because there's a monitor above me, but I'm trying to make sure I look at you guys. But that's it. You know me, I keep it locked with information about things dealing with cruises, and I feel like I'm just doing personal things, which I kind of like. So we'll see how it goes. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe if this video is helpful for you. And I will try and do a video if you guys say you want one. I'll do a video on the actual products that I use to actually make my hair look the way it does. So until then, you guys take it easy. Catch you on the next video.